All right, so this is now okay. So this is the second video that I'm making. I've not. If this video uploads first, that means I have not uploaded the very first one I filmed. Or if I already did that one, vice versa. Then you're seeing this one. This is technically the second video of my channel, and I had a lot of fun doing the first video. It was something different that I normally wouldn't do. I've said before, like I said last video, but like I'm not really someone who shows off my face for the most part. But today we're going to be doing another second overview videos, overview style review, I guess you can say. And it's actually also from the exact same line. It's a different figure though, and it is the DC Icons Harley Quinn. So this figure actually has like a unique history, to me at least. So I had seen this figure about 2000, I want to say Long Beach Comic Con of 2016, and there was a vendor who was selling this Superman, Joker. He was selling them all for $13 because his booth, he had basically a half off of everything. So I had bought Joker, I had bought Superman, but I did not buy the other ones. And so I regretted not buying that Harley Quinn, this figure, the first time I saw it. And then the second time was actually about 2 years ago. Saw this figure as well at this store that I frequent in Lakewood, California, called Book Off. It's essentially just like, it's like a bookstore, but it has a lot of like collectibles, video games, books, like vice versa. Same thing. This figure was like 12 bucks, I believe, $15. Didn't buy it, and I regretted it. Fortunately, I went today, and they actually had this figure yet again, and I bought it. I did pay about $34, but you know what? I'm fine with that because I do finally get to own this figure. However, I will say for the packaging, it is incredibly beat up. Like if you see, like, here you have all these like dents, everything, all these dents, and then like whoever had this before I did either didn't take too good care of the thing, or just hated this character so much he decided to throw it all over the place. And then two, I don't know what this is. This is some sort of like coffee stain or something. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, the box is basically the standard, not just for this line, the standard box, but this is basically was the standard box for like all of the DC collectible figures. So like I think it started with the Arkham, no, not the Arkham Knight line. I think it started with the Designer Series line, then Arkham Knight, the Arkham Knight figure line, and then the Comics Essentials, the Bombshell figures, the Deceased Essentials, and if you want to be also like kind of particular with other boxes as well, you can also count like the animated series, the Batman animated series boxes, like both the animated series, New Adventures, the Adventure Continues. They all had somewhat similar, but it was like a card back pretty much. But yeah, this is basically the standard size of the packaging. I still have the Green Lantern box, and like to basically show what I was talking about, like yeah, so like right there would be like the cutoff pretty much. And so I just had the box still around pretty much, but yeah, it says Harley Quinn on the side, the DC Icons, and her logo. And then this is from the No Man's Land storyline right here. And then the bottom is pretty much the stuff no one really cares for. And then on the back is the other figures from the wave that she is in. And I do have this Aquaman, and I did previously have this Superman. Hopefully I can find this figure one day again so I could own it, because I actually did like this figure a lot. The leg did get loose on me, but that's pretty much it. I'm gonna open this up, and then we'll take a closer look at the figure. All right, so when you open the box, so I'm just gonna go on this little like rant, I guess you could say. I just said it earlier, but like whoever owned this before I bought it, I don't know if they hate the character so much or they just didn't know how to take care of the fucking boxes or something, but like when I opened it, like it was all destroyed and everything and all that. And plus like however though, from judging from the tape, it is pretty much it was like the factory seal tape, not like where you just put the tape over it once you're done with the and you put it back to like sell pretty much. But getting rid of that, you have a booklet, you have the same sheet like previous, which has the figures on the back. It has the figures like showing off the accessories, how you like put them together. So here is Harley Quinn, and I don't think there's been a ooh, oh boy, that is a wow, that is a little scary. Okay, all right, so I don't think there's been a figure that I've looked at that looks as nice as this. Like just holding it in hand, like it feels kind of nice. Like yeah, I am kind of scared right now because the leg is incredibly tight, and I don't feel like moving it too much, or else I'm gonna end up breaking it. So I'm gonna be very careful with that for sure. But yeah, I love the feeling of the figure. I really like the red choice that they chose. Harley Quinn, for the most part, when people draw her, either she has like this little like kind of like darkish maroon red, or like a kind of a brighter red. But I do like the red that they chose for her, this kind of like darkish maroon and everything. And I like the sculpting of parts of her costume right there. This thing could focus a little bit. Just can't really, could barely see it, but I like the sculpting that they've done for her shoes and everything, for her little ankle things. I think they look really nice, and a lot of the jester stuff on her, I don't know what these are exactly called, but they're like a soft plastic. And her head looks looks really nice. It just has this very nice, just really nice look to it. You know, something that you don't really get. I know the camera is not really showing it that well. It's just showing more like the somewhat sculpt, and that's pretty much it. But I really like how it looks. I think it looks really nice. And then to the like the sculpture of like some parts, like this area near her thigh. There's parts of her thigh where it's like shows more of like the suit stretching a little bit. Man, I gotta, oh, there you go. So like you see right here, I really gotta get like a proper light or something to be able to show this off a lot better. But yeah, that's pretty much the figure. I'll just go over the like some key points. Her head doesn't really want to move. Like it goes up a little bit and then it goes down. I noted the last time as well. She has all the DC icons have this like reverse ab crunch, but hers go pretty far back actually, right there. And I'll get to it with the accessories, but these hands right here are these pegs. Let me just are incredibly tiny. They just look, oh man, I'm kind of scared to actually like remove these hands like here and there whenever I get the chance. But let me go ahead and show off the accessories. So in the out of packaging, she has her fisted hands right here. Like I said, I like the colors that they chose for the. I like the color red that they chose. It's kind of like a darkish maroon, and all that. And then you have the just normal black fist, pretty much. There's no like special paint work. It's just like a solid paint color. But you know what? That is completely fine with that. Then she has two gripping hands right here, and those are her. Those are for her to hold her mallet, which I will get to. And then I guess aside from the me being a little scared about moving her leg, the only real complaint I have, and it's actually a complaint that I'll have if I ever end up getting my if I ever buy Joker again, is that she comes with a right hand for her she comes with a right hand for her pistol right here. And I had this exact same problem with Joker where he came with, I believe it was two fist hands, two two of these two gripping hands, and then one other hand for the crowbar, pretty much. And then, and speaking of her pistol, here it is, the pistol with the little the wine, what is this called, peg or something? I don't know what's exactly what it's called, but I like I like the paint for it. This is kind of, it has this kind of unique looking paint for it right here. It's like this, like kind of like a little dirty silver. You got some nice black in there, and then the Croik, not Croik. Oh my god, I can't remember the name of what this thing is called, but has some nice little details to them too, and it actually fits in her hand. Fits in her just fits in her hand really well. Like, you don't, doesn't get like loose or anything when you try shaking it, which is really nice. Let me go ahead and put this hand on her. This is a first attempt, so I'm trying to oh Lord. Okay, so okay, that moves really nicely. Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be very careful. This is the only time I'm switching them out. There's no way I'm gonna be able to do that. And then finally, she comes with her mallet, and her mallet is probably my favorite accessory here. It has a lot of nice paintwork. Has a little like I wouldn't say like a black wash, but there's some like a little wash here. And then she has a tape handle right here in red as well, and it fits in her hand. Fits her. It's a little loose, but fits her hand real nicely. Fits her hand real nicely, and then let me go ahead and put that on her as well. Okay, that one went in a little better, but damn, that is really scary. But yeah, I also forgot to note as well. I did say that it doesn't really, the thing doesn't really fully appear on the figure, but she does have some like red like rosy cheeks and everything, which I do think is it's kind of neat actually. As far as the like aside from me going through this, she's got a amazing ankle pivot. Look at that ankle break right there. She's for sure gonna break her ankle at some point. No rotation right here. It's just like a solid piece. And her double jointed elbow is really, really nice. This is a figure from 2016, and at this point, I don't think Mattel wasn't doing double jointed elbows. Hasbro for sure was not doing double jointed elbows. Look how deep the double jointed elbow goes. That is really nice right there. So let me go ahead and grab some other figures, and I can make some little comparisons real quick. Alright, so I don't have a lot of female figures. I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have about 6 female figures, so and this will be the 7th. Oh, hold up. Actually, I have 7 currently, and this will be the 8th. So let me grab the other one. Hold on. And I was also wanting to make these comparisons with some of these female figures to show exactly how far like the articulation for a lot of the female figures has came by, because yeah, some of these have not aged well in terms of articulation. They have a pretty, I guess you could say, decent articulation, but compared to what like the guys have, like they're like it took them quite a long time before all the figures pretty much had the articulation that they pretty much have now. So let me go ahead and show off some of those real quick. Alright, so here she is next to the Marvel Legends Elektra from the SPDR wave from I want to say 2018. and you can see how this is a figure from 2016, and she has the double jointed knees, the ankle pivot, but she has double jointed elbows. And this is a figure from 2018, but she has the single jointed elbows that have a bit more than the 90-degree bend. And this Electra wouldn't get a proper updated figure with the more updated articulation until about 2022 with the 3-pack with the newer Daredevil and the Bullseye. And then here's some other comparisons as well. Here is a Harley Quinn next to the Baroness from the Snake Eyes movie, the Snake Eyes movie from 2021. This is the classified version of it, and she actually stands a little taller than her, but she's probably like the closest as far as like a proper height goes. And same thing here. She also has a single jointed elbow, but this one for sure, this one does bend a lot more than the 90-degree angle. Like there, that's like a little more closer to acute than anything. And then if I was to like turn this, it's probably it's less than 90 degrees. But yeah, this is from So these were both Hasbro products right here. And then just a year later, we would get here is the not snapshot, the Mary Jane from the Renew Your Vows 2-pack right here. And this one has the double jointed elbows, the ankle pivot, and also she has a double jointed knee, sorry. She has a double jointed elbow here, and this one bends a lot more. That probably bends a little bit better than the Harley Quinn. Like if I showed the Harley Quinn one again, if I were to go like this, like her bend goes pretty far. Like goes pretty far from her arm right here. So like so you can basically do like a full on like this pretty much. And this one is also able to do that, but she has a little bit more bulk, I guess you could say, to her as well. And then here are some other non-Marvel and non-Hasbro figures to show off real quick. Actually, I completely forgot, but here she is next to the MJ from the No Way Home series, and this one's actually probably the closest as far as like them being closer to like this, like a similar height. Like she does kind of have like a bend right now, but yeah, like she is near the same height as MJ, but she's like a little taller due to this thing right here. But even MJ is like not like tall, like not short. She's still like decently sized compared to her. And then finally, here's another more modern Marvel Legends style figure. This is the Lady Bullseye from the Mindless One Build-A-Figure wave. And yeah, this one is a bit taller as well. So right there. Now I can show some non Hasbro products real quick. All right, so here's Harley compared to the Jada Toys Ultra Street Fighter 2 Chun-Li, and they both stand relatively the same height. Chun-Li is I guess you could say very teeny bit taller. No, actually Harley would be like a little, very much a little bit taller, but not by much. Same thing here. I think, let me go and do this one real quick. For this one too, her double jointed elbow could bend pretty far over her thing, but because of this piece right here, it does hinder the articulation a little bit. Also because there is a swivel right here. And then finally, for the largest female figure that I own in my collection, it is the Sea Viper from the NECA Toys Street Fighter 4 line. And yeah, this one basically just towers over poor Harley. This figure is a pain for anybody who collects Street Fighter figures. This figure is a pain in the ass to stand up. So if you end up buying this figure, hopefully you know how to balance figures, or you have like a display stand or something, or like a flight stand, because this thing is not gonna want to stand up unless you do some work. And also too, here she is next to the first figure that I did a proper video for, the Icon's Green Lantern, and Lantern does stand a lot taller than her right here. And then of course here she is next to Lex Luthor as well. Same thing. He stands a little taller compared to her. And then finally, from the exact same wave is Aquaman, and Aquaman does stand once again a little bit taller than her, but not really by much. So overall, I do like, even though I said like I am kind of scared to moving around the figure pretty much, I do like the figure. If you're a Harley Quinn fan, I would for sure recommend this figure to you. Moves really nice when the legs don't want to almost break on you, and the hands being really small with the pegs as well. If you're a Batman collector, you can try and find a way to fit this figure into your collection. But I would for sure recommend people to buy this figure if you're able to find it for a decent price. Lately I've been going through like Macari and eBay trying to see like the prices for these figures, and these figures are quite they have become quite expensive to find. I remember when these figures were not that. They were pretty cheap to find unless it was the first two waves. I know the first two waves especially were very more pricey to find. Like Batman and the Flash are both going for like 40, almost $60 a piece if you try ordering it off of Amazon. But now though they're roughly around like the $40 range now. But for sure, if you're a Harley Quinn fan or you're just like a Batman fan, I would highly recommend you grab this figure right here. Like I say, if you're able to find it for a good price. My complaints for the figure is very minuscule compared to the actual figure itself. Overall, I do like the figure. I do think that the pegs are really, really small, and it could get scary at times to like almost break it. And to like the head movement isn't great. And aside from my complaint about whoever owned the figure before I did, it does move. It is still like very much like I haven't had so far with the DC Icon figures, excluding Joker when I owned him, where his little thing for the machine gun broke off. I've not had a break with any of these figures. So that will be it for the video. Hope I am liking these type of videos, and I hope to do more in the future. And if you guys have any ideas, I'll try to like figure out ways, because I also do want to do more proper videos. Like I don't want to just do like like the figure overview. I also want to try and do like maybe like a history of, or like the complicated history behind a certain company, or explaining some like current figure lines that I'm collecting. But yeah, I hope you guys like the video, and hope you guys have a good rest of your